Years ago when we first moved on the homestead, there was an elderly gentleman who lives nearby, and he gave us a bunch of peaches. He stopped by one day and gave us a bunch of peaches, and I asked, "Hey, where'd you get all these peaches from?" He's like, "Well, I have a couple peach trees," and he said, "If you like some peach trees, I can give you some." So I went over to his house, and he had these peach trees, and below the peach trees, he had some new shoots coming up below the peach trees, and these were from peaches that had fallen down and seeded themselves, and they were growing up, and they were maybe about a year old, whatever. And so I dug them up and took them home. But I asked him, I said, "Where did you get, did you cultivate these peach trees? Were they grafts? Did you buy them somewhere?" He said, "No, I got them from a peach." He basically took the peach trees or the peaches, and took the pits and planted them, and that's how he got his peach trees. And they produced a lot of peaches, and so he gave me a couple of those, and I brought them home, and I planted those peach trees, and I'm sitting next to one right here. And I have worked really hard over the last couple of years to keep this thing pruned and to have it produce peaches. And it never produced any peaches for me until last year. And last year, it was full of beautiful peaches in the springtime. The spring was coming, and there were just loads of new small peaches that were forming on the branches. And I was so excited. So excited to see peaches finally on this peach tree that I'd worked so hard at keeping it pruned and making sure it was fertilized. We used our humanure, and all this humanure right here that's been aged for over a year, and keep it fertilized, and so it was producing peaches. Well, after about a month went by, the peaches started growing bigger, and I noticed that they were getting what's called peach brown rot on the peaches. It's a fungus that occurs, and I don't know really what to do about it. And so I'm out here today. I'm going to prune the peach tree again, but I'm kind of, I've looked and I've done a lot of research online, but I still kind of don't know where I'm headed with this. And so I'm kind of leaving it open to you guys. Leave a comment below. Let me know what it is I need to be doing to this peach tree to get this fungus under control so that I can have peaches. Because the reality is, if it doesn't produce peaches this year, or if I get some sort of major loss, on the peaches like I did last year, I'm going to cut this peach tree down. Because what has really grown well here, really the only fruit that's really, we have blackberries. Blackberries grow great here. But really what grows really well here in terms of fruit is figs. Figs do fantastic. I have a fig tree over there, and it has grown and it's spread, and it produces amazingly yummy, tasty figs. I love it. And so I think what I'm going to do, if this thing doesn't produce this year, I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to divide up that fig tree, and I'm going to spread it to a number of places. I'll cut this down, and I'll put a fig tree in its place, and I'll put a number of fig trees around here. Because I like the figs, the kids like the figs, and yeah, they're delicious. But I'm going to give it one more year. I'm going to see what happens. I know that there's different types of organic or natural fungicides. You can even get organic copper fungicides that you can spray. And there's some people who say the copper doesn't work so good. You can actually get other stuff that works better. I'm at a loss really of what to do, but I know time is short. So if you have a recommendation of what I could be putting on this spring before the buds really start coming in, let me know. Leave a comment below if you have something that you have used, not something you've heard about, not something that someone told you, but if you have firsthand experience, put a comment below. Let me know what it is that you use that can get brown rot under control, because I don't want to cut it down. I've worked really hard. It really needs some pruning. You can see it's got all those branches, the little tiny branches shooting up are going to get pruned here. And I've got my loppers. I'm going to start pruning this here back and do some work on this over the next day or so. It's gotten to be quite a big tree. And man, it started out as just a little tiny thing, like about that big right there. And it's done well, with the exception of producing fruit. If it doesn't produce fruit, it's just taking up space, and I'm going to cut it down. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, and I'd love to hear your opinions if you have some firsthand experience on this. Other than that, it's fig Newtons for all. And if you like figs, leave a comment below. Let me know you like figs. So, all right, it's time to get lopping. But yeah, I'm interested in your comments. Leave a comment below. I'll see you next time on the Homestead. Bye.